Today we're going to talk about some lesser-known but life-changing biochemical facts in men's health. Before we begin, though, I want to say one small thing. On the internet you constantly see easy fix content like drink this, eat that. But we now know that the issue is not that simple. On this channel, twice a week, I simplify globally published academic research and bring it to you. I'm here to help you take information that actually works and has scientific grounding and apply it to your life. All sources are in the description. If you're ready, let's get started. Now let's begin with a question. Why does male potency weaken over time? Why do things that were easy in youth require more effort as we age? Is this just a matter of aging, or is it a message your body is giving you from within? The answer is both. Because male potency is not a simple equation that can be explained by testosterone alone. This equation includes many factors, from vascular health to cellular energy, from hormone balance to nerve conduction. This is where micronutrients like L-Carnitine, Coenzyme Q10, and folic acid come into play. You may have seen these molecules on pharmacy shelves without fully knowing what they actually do. Yet each of these plays a direct role in the biochemical processes that determine male potency. What's interesting is that deficiencies in these substances often do not feel like a disease. Waking up tired in the morning, low motivation, low libido, erectile difficulties, these are silent alarms. The body is saying, something is missing, but most men don't hear that signal. Now let's start with L-Carnitine. L-Carnitine is a transporter necessary for the mitochondria, the cells' energy powerhouses, to function. Especially in the testes, mitochondria require intense energy for sperm motility. So sperm quality is directly tied to L-Carnitine levels. Studies show that men who take L-Carnitine supplements experience a significant increase in sperm motility. This is important not only for reproductive health but also for overall sexual performance. Because sperm movement also indicates that the body's energy management is working well. Let's continue with coenzyme Q10. It is one of the most critical molecules for cellular energy production. Thanks to its antioxidant effect, it protects the cell membrane from the destructive effects of free radicals. Especially when the antioxidant capacity of semen is low, sperm DNA can be damaged. This can mean both poor quality sperm and low energy. Supplementing with coenzyme Q10 increases this protective capacity. So it doesn't just promote healthier cells, it also provides a stronger performance infrastructure. Now let's talk about folic acid. This word is often associated with women's health, but it is actually vital for men's health as well. Because folic acid plays a critical role in the synthesis of nitric oxide. What does nitric oxide do? It enables the dilation of blood vessels in the penis. In other words, it is the key to the mechanism we call an erection. If nitric oxide levels are low, blood vessels cannot expand adequately, blood flow is insufficient, and the hardness needed for an erection cannot be achieved. That's why folic acid supplementation can make a significant difference, especially in men experiencing erectile dysfunction. But keep in mind, these three molecules are not magic wands. We're not talking about a take this and it's done solution. The real issue is knowing in what dose, in what form, and for how long to use these supplements, and of course adjusting your lifestyle accordingly. Because supplements won't work if you lead a sedentary life, eat poorly, and live with high stress. In this series we will go step by step through what scientific data says, which combinations are effective, and what you need to use together. For today, that's our introduction. We talked about why male potency is lost and how this loss is not just about age but about biochemical processes. In the next episode, we will talk about the most hidden but most powerful molecule at the center of this process, nitric oxide. We will see how this molecule affects everything from the vascular system to sexual health. Episode 2, Nitric Oxide, the hidden trigger of erectile function. If you can get up in the middle of the night and go to the bathroom without any trouble but struggle to respond to the simplest physical stimulation during the day, something is off. And it's not always just aging. Sometimes, the body tries to tell you something. Quietly, but clearly. One of the key players behind this silence is nitric oxide. It may sound complex, but there's a simple truth behind it. Erections aren't just about testosterone or emotions. It's a vascular event, and nitric oxide is essential to that process. Nitric oxide is a gas-like molecule that causes blood vessels to dilate. The vessels inside the penis can only relax and fill with blood thanks to this molecule. If nitric oxide is insufficient, blood flow will also be inadequate. The result? Either no erection at all or one that doesn't last. And this doesn't just affect your sex life, it impacts confidence, relationships, and even general health. Because reduced nitric oxide may also signal deteriorating cardiovascular health. Here's the good news: it's possible to support your body's nitric oxide production. And a critical vitamin plays a role here, folic acid. Yes, it's long been known as a supplement for pregnancy, but it's also highly relevant for men. That's because folic acid is necessary for the synthesis of BH4, a cofactor involved in nitric oxide production. Without enough folic acid, nitric oxide production drops. This means blood vessels can't dilate properly, leading to erectile issues. Scientific studies show that regular folic acid supplementation boosts NO production. This is especially impactful in conditions like diabetes, where NO production is directly impaired. In men with diabetes, this is even more pronounced. Insulin resistance damages the inner lining of blood vessels, suppressing nitric oxide secretion. If a man has both diabetes and folic acid deficiency, it's like his body has both hands tied. However, studies clearly show that folic acid supplementation in such patients improves both the duration and quality of erections. This isn't just about sexual satisfaction, it's a huge plus for vascular health in general. That's because nitric oxide is needed not only in the genitals but throughout the entire circulatory system, in the brain, heart, kidneys, and more. One more thing to note: not all forms of folic acid are the same. Some people can't efficiently process synthetic folic acid. That's why active forms like methylfolate are considered more effective. Dosage can vary depending on the individual, but many studies have shown 400 to 800 micrograms to be effective. Of course, this should always be planned with medical supervision. In summary, nitric oxide is a small molecule with a massive impact. And to boost its production, you don't just need medications, you need the right support and healthy habits. Folic acid is one of the first links in this chain. But the story doesn't end here. For this system to work, your cells must also be producing enough energy. So who delivers that energy to your cells? That's exactly what we'll explore in the next episode, L-Carnitine. We'll dive into how it affects energy, sperm motility, and transformation power, all backed by scientific data. Episode 3, The L-Carnitine Miracle, Energy, Movement, Transformation. You wake up tired in the morning, if your energy dips quickly during the day, and if you've noticed a drop in your libido, the problem may not be just testosterone. You might be unaware of a silent energy battle happening deep inside your cells. One of the heroes in this battle is L-Carnitine. You've probably heard its name before, but do you really know what it does? L-Carnitine is a molecule that transports fatty acids into the mitochondria, the power plants of your cells. This transport is essential for energy production. But it's not just about muscle strength or general vitality. This process is especially vital for sperm cells, which need intense energy to reach their target. And L-Carnitine plays a leading role in delivering that energy. In fact, there's a direct connection between L-Carnitine levels and sperm motility. Many studies have shown that men who take L-Carnitine supplements experience a significant increase in both sperm motility and count. But it's not just about numbers, quality matters too. If a sperm cell lacks enough energy, it may never reach the egg. And even if it does, its ability to fertilize may be reduced. L-Carnitine not only acts as an engine but also supports the fuel system. Especially the biologically active form, acetyl-L-carnitine, is important not only for physical but also mental energy. Some studies suggest that this form positively impacts brain function, stress management, and libido. So, should you only take it in capsule form? L-carnitine is naturally found in high amounts in red meat. But there's a balance to consider here. When consumed in high doses from red meat, the body may produce byproducts, one of which is TMAO, a compound that can negatively affect cardiovascular health. That's why, if taken as a supplement, the form and dosage matter. Typically, doses between 500 and 2000 milligrams are recommended, but it should always be taken under medical supervision. L-carnitine deficiency is more common in vegans and vegetarians, as plant-based sources contain very little of it. This can lead to a noticeable drop in both sperm quality and overall energy. If you fall into this group, supplementation may be even more important for you. Another key point, L-carnitine's effectiveness increases when taken with certain antioxidants. In particular, it has a synergistic relationship with coenzyme Q10. L-carnitine delivers the fuel, and CoQ10 helps burn it. When used together, their combined effect can be much stronger. And this leads us directly to the next episode. We've talked about the energy carrier, now it's time to look at the engine itself. What is the molecule that powers the cell's motor? What is coenzyme Q10, how does it work, and what happens when it's deficient? All these questions will be answered in the next episode. Episode 4, Coenzyme Q10 under a car has fuel but the engine won't start. You're not going anywhere, right? The same principle applies to your cells. L-carnitine brings the fuel, but your engine also needs to be working properly to turn that fuel into energy. And the main key to that engine is coenzyme Q10. Coenzyme Q10, or simply CoQ10, plays a vital role in energy production within the mitochondria, the powerhouses of your cells. Your body naturally produces it, but this production declines with age. As energy levels drop, you first notice it as fatigue, but the real issues run deeper, especially in areas like sperm quality, because sperm are also cells. And like all cells, they need strong energy to perform their function. Scientific studies have shown that CoQ10 supplementation increases sperm concentration, motility, and vitality in men. So this molecule doesn't just power the cell, it helps it function better and more effectively. But is this only relevant for sperm? Absolutely not. Organs with high energy demands, like the heart, liver, and kidneys, also rely heavily on CoQ10. Since we're focusing on male health, it's important to highlight CoQ10's effect on erectile function. It supports vascular health by helping regulate nitric oxide production, which facilitates blood vessel dilation. This improves blood flow, and without proper blood flow, a healthy erection simply isn't possible. In short, this cellular engine matters for more than just sperm. It's essential for overall vascular performance too. There are different forms of CoQ10 as a supplement, ubiquinone and ubiquinol. Ubiquinol is considered the more active and bioavailable form. It's absorbed more easily by the body, which becomes especially important with age, as both production and absorption decrease. Typical daily doses range from 100 to 200 milligrams, but again, should be taken under medical supervision, and of course, this molecule works best when paired with others. We mentioned L-Carnitine earlier. These two function synergistically at the cellular level. One brings the fuel, the other fires up the engine. Some studies have shown that this combination can significantly improve sperm parameters, energy, mobility, circulation, and quality all come together. So now, the engine is running, the fuel is coming in, but one more component completes the system. Not just physical, but a chemical ignition, a molecule called nitric oxide, the silent hero behind blood vessel dilation and erections. And the key to unlocking this system? Folate, a vitamin you may have only associated with women until now, but which also plays a vital role in men's health. In the next episode, we'll explore folic acid's role in nitric oxide production, its connection to erectile dysfunction, and why it's especially important in chronic conditions like diabetes. Because strength doesn't just come from muscles, it begins at the cellular level. And now, you're learning how that system works. Episode 5, The Truth About Folic Acid, What Science Says About Erectile Dysfunction. Folic acid. It's usually associated with women's health, pregnancy, or vitamin deficiencies. But now, it's time to open a new chapter, because this simple molecule also plays a critical role in men's health, especially for those dealing with erectile dysfunction, ED. So, what exactly is folic acid? It's also known as vitamin B9, and it's involved in key processes like cell division, DNA synthesis, and vascular health. But what interests us most in this context is its effect on nitric oxide, NO, production. Nitric oxide is one of the body's most important vasodilators. An erection, in essence, is the result of blood vessels widening and increasing blood flow to penile tissue. Without nitric oxide, no matter how much desire you have, the body simply cannot deliver the physical response. This is where folic acid comes into play. The body uses a process called methylation to produce nitric oxide, and folic acid is essential for this process to function properly. Scientific studies have shown that men with low folic acid levels have a higher risk of ED. And it's not just about ED, folic acid also plays a strong role in overall vascular health, heart rhythm, and circulation. A deficiency can lead to elevated homocysteine levels, a molecule known to damage and constrict blood vessels. So, when folic acid is lacking, it's not just sexual health that suffers, cardiovascular function is at risk too. And there's more. In men with chronic conditions like diabetes, the problem becomes even worse. Diabetes already compromises vascular structures, and when combined with low folic acid levels, nitric oxide production drops even further. Clinical studies have demonstrated that when diabetic men are given folic acid supplements, significant improvements in erectile function can occur. So, this tiny vitamin is doing some very heavy lifting. And here's the most interesting part. For the body to effectively use folic acid, genetics sometimes matter. Individuals with a gene mutation called MTHFR may not process standard folic acid efficiently. For them, the active form 5-MTHF is recommended. This means not every supplement works the same for everyone, making medical guidance essential before starting any supplementation. Can you get folic acid from food? Absolutely. Spinach, broccoli, legumes, and whole grains are great sources. But in cases like ED, it may be difficult to get therapeutic amounts through diet alone. That's where supplementation becomes helpful. In short, folic acid isn't just for women, it's a vital building block for men's health too. And now we know that vascular health is directly linked to erection quality. The problem might not be as simple as you think, but the solution is likely more systematic than you expected. But what if your body's capacity to produce energy is already compromised? What if your blood vessels are open, but your cells are fatigued? This is where another powerhouse comes in, Coenzyme Q10. We met it in the last episode, but its impact can vary significantly depending on the form used. In the next episode, we'll talk about the differences between animal and plant-derived supplements. Which forms are more effective? What does bioavailability really mean? Which types actually work? What determines quality in supplementation? Without understanding these questions, every attempt might just be a waste of time and money. Episode 6, Animal versus Plant. What does bioavailability say? In this episode we are going a little deeper, because now we need to talk not just about what we take, but how well the body can actually use it. What we call bioavailability refers to how much of a supplement or nutrient is absorbed by the body and converted into a usable form. In other words, just saying I took it isn't enough. What matters is whether it reaches the cells and does its job. One of the most confusing topics in this area is the difference between animal and plant sources. Molecules like L-Carnitine, Coenzyme Q10, and folic acid can differ depending on their form and source, and these differences can sometimes have much larger effects than you might expect. Let's start with L-Carnitine. L-Carnitine naturally occurs in high amounts in red meat, that is, it comes from animal sources. This is why deficiency is more common in people who follow a plant-based diet. But even just eating food may not be enough, because the body still has to convert it into its active form. Some studies have shown that acetyl L-carnitine, a specific form, is particularly superior in terms of effects on the nervous system. So the form you take does matter. Now let's talk about coenzyme Q10. This molecule is a fat-soluble antioxidant at the heart of energy production. But again, there's a difference in form here. CoQ10 comes in two main types, ubiquinone and ubiquinol. Ubiquinol is the more active form and the body uses it more easily. Research shows that, as people age, the ability to convert ubiquinone into ubiquinol declines. That means that in a man over 50, taking ubiquinol directly can be much more effective. These forms are often produced via animal-based processes, but some companies now offer plant-based versions as well. The critical point here is this: just because something is plant-based doesn't automatically mean it's natural and effective. What matters is the form, dose, and supporting ingredients. Now let's look at folic acid. There is a significant difference between synthetic folic acid and the natural form known as 5-MTHF, or methylfolate. Some people's bodies can't efficiently convert synthetic folic acid into the active form. This is especially true for individuals with a mutation in the MTHFR gene. So what happens then? You take the supplement, but the body can't use it. The result, a metabolism that's been misled. That's why it's crucial to know not just what you're taking, but in what form. From all these examples we can understand this: supplementing isn't as simple as buying a bottle and swallowing a pill. Which form you take, what dose, and under what conditions you take it makes a big difference. That's why just asking animal or plant isn't enough. The real question we should be asking is this form genuinely absorbed by my body? Does it take effect at the cellular level? Also, when you take a supplement and what you take it with can affect bioavailability. For example, Q10 is better absorbed when taken with fat. L-Carnitine may produce more noticeable energy effects when taken in the morning for some people. Folic acid generally works well when paired with B12. In other words, supplements can complement each other and become more effective together. In summary, a supplement should be evaluated not only for its content, but also for its form, dosage, and how it's taken as a whole. Which form you choose is as important as how much you spend, because some forms are eliminated by the body without being used at all. That results in wasted money, wasted time, and a loop of false hope. So is it possible to take the right step without getting lost in all this biochemical information? In the next episode we'll explore just that question. Where does real strength come from? From supplements? From nutrition? Or from lifestyle? We'll seek clear answers in the light of science, because this journey isn't about a single pill, it's about your whole life. Episode 6, True Strength, Supplements, Nutrition, or Lifestyle. Up until this point, we've talked about many molecules, from L-Carnitine to folic acid, from Q10 to nitric oxide. We've explored what science says and what each substance does in detail. But now it's time to ask the most critical question: where does true strength lie? Is it in supplements, in natural nutrition, or in lifestyle? In this episode, we seek that answer together. First, it must be said clearly, supplements are supportive, not saviors. No supplement, no matter how powerful, can compensate for poor eating habits, a sedentary lifestyle, or a high-stress mindset. L-Carnitine may be strong, but if you sit all day and your blood vessels aren't moving, it won't reach the cells effectively or do its job. Similarly, Q10 is excellent, but if you smoke, don't sleep, and are under constant oxidative stress, antioxidants will only try to repair damage. They can't prevent it. So how important is nutrition? Actually, everything starts here. In a body with imbalanced protein, vitamin, and mineral levels, hormone production falters and vascular health suffers as well. For example, zinc deficiency can lower testosterone levels, magnesium deficiency can affect nerve transmission, and omega-3 fatty acids reduce inflammation and increase vessel elasticity. In other words, when you are poorly nourished, not only is your energy compromised, but your entire system is shaken. This lays the foundation for issues like erectile dysfunction. Now let's talk about lifestyle. Stress, lack of sleep, and inactivity, these quietly drain male health. Elevated cortisol suppresses testosterone production. If melatonin isn't released adequately at night, cellular repair is disrupted. Inactivity weakens pelvic blood circulation. When all of these combine, performance declines regardless of what you eat or drink. In short, lifestyle is a massive control panel affecting hormones, blood vessels, the nervous system, and mood. So, are supplements unnecessary? No, absolutely not. But they should be used at the right time, for the right need, and in the right form. For example, a man with diabetes may see significant improvements with folic acid supplementation, or in a man with low sperm quality, L-Carnitine supplements can make a noticeable difference. However, presenting these supplements as magic wands creates an illusion that overshadows the full picture. Used consciously, they are beneficial. Used without awareness, they're simply a waste of time. So what do we do? First, we must get to know our own body. We identify which values are deficient and which habits are harmful. Then we gradually improve nutrition. We drink enough water, sleep well, and move regularly. If necessary, we go to the doctor for tests and choose supplements accordingly. In other words, we place ourselves at the center, not miracle products advertised on billboards. Remember, health as a whole. Vitamins, minerals, hormones, blood vessels, nerves, and you. When all of these work together, true balance emerges. And true strength is hidden in that balance. In the next and final episode, we will bring this journey to a close. We'll talk about how to apply everything we've learned to daily life, step by step, and how to make these practices sustainable. Because men's health isn't a race, it's a game of balance. It's not quick fixes that restore your strength, it's sustainable habits. And in this series, we are not just giving information, we are transforming together. Episode 8, Finale, Balance Through Science. If you've made it this far, congratulations. Because this series hasn't just been about providing information, it's been about initiating transformation. L-Carnitine, Coenzyme Q10, Folic Acid, nitric oxide, each of these gave you a scientific window into how your body works. But now we arrive at the most critical question: what will you do with all this information? This episode is about taking action. You now not only know what works but why it works. For example, you learned that sperm motility isn't dictated solely by genetics, but supported by transporter molecules like L-Carnitine. You saw that erectile function isn't just about testosterone, but also about vasodilators like nitric oxide. And perhaps most importantly, you understood that these issues are not your fate. With correct knowledge and correct application, change is possible. So what should you do now? First and foremost, don't take any supplements without getting tests done first. Unless you know your blood values, what vitamins you're lacking, which systems are under stress, any product you take will either be ineffective or a waste of time. The second step is to focus not on a single product, but on the whole system. How is your sleep quality? How are you handling stress? How many steps do you take each day? These may seem like small things, but they are the foundation itself. You already understand how CoQ10 supports mitochondria. But for those mitochondria to function well, you need proper oxygenation, sufficient sleep, and low stress. So lifestyle matters as much as molecules themselves. Remember this: healthy male vitality doesn't come from high testosterone alone, it comes from the balanced functioning of the whole system. And what builds this balance isn't just supplements, but nutrition, movement, mental well-being, and intelligently chosen supplement support. So think of this series not as a list of pills, but as a lifestyle guide. And now you know, there are no magic solutions in advertisements. But there are scientific truths, and those truths empower you. Now I have a suggestion: when you finish this video, take 3 simple notes for yourself. 1. Which habit is harming me? 2. Which insight can I start applying right now? 3. What can I change this week? Because information is like a seed. But turning it into action, watering it, and making it grow, that's up to you. And finally, let me say this: if this video gave you an idea, made you think, or touched your life in any way, share it with others. Like, comment, and subscribe. Because this is not just watching, it's a journey of transformation. See you in the next series, because you are worth it, because this knowledge is for you, because true strength doesn't come from knowing, it comes from doing.